Toyota has been hard at work with the new generation of Toyota trucks. They have new interior tech, off-road upgrades, LED lighting, and a whole list of other features that look awfully appealing. Some of you don't like the looks, some don't like the powertrains, and many don't like the price. We buy Toyotas so we can go on adventures until the wheels fall off. So in this series, I'm sharing some ideas, improvements, and upgrades for your old Toyota or four-wheel drive. Let's dive into an upgrade that will completely refresh and rejuvenate your love for your old truck.
Hey guys, Tyler with Independence Overland. So I have been waiting on parts for a very long time. I ordered what I'm installing today back on Black Friday. So I did pay full price for this stuff aside from the sales that were going on for the holidays. So there are several minor things that you can do to modernize a old Toyota like this. And one of the biggest things is just the lighting in general. And there's plenty of companies out there that make that kind of stuff. There's like Alpharex, Morimoto, Freedom Retrofits, and then anyway, there's a bunch of them out there. These taillights, of course, as you can see, are working fine. I have replaced my bulbs with LED, and those are a reputable manufacturer that makes those LEDs, and I'm not happy with them at all. I've only handled a few cheap Chinese lights for different makes and models and stuff before, and this one actually does seem like it's put together pretty well. This is a smoked lens, which honestly, from the photos, I didn't realize totally that was gonna be the case, but I still think it's gonna look cool. This is gonna be a much different looking light than what I have right now. It's gonna have a different pattern to it to where it's like a sequential turn signal. And that combined with my new headlights, it's gonna give this thing a whole new look. So if you kind of fallen out of love with your old vehicle and you just can't afford something new, you can do some things like this. And yes, it's gonna cost some money, but it will make you fully appreciate that again. I didn't see this particular taillight anywhere else other than Freedom Outfitters. I think they're starting to have their own stuff manufactured, but even if this pops up on Amazon, I would highly encourage you to look into some of these manufacturers that have actually been around a little while, because I called them and asked them, I was like, how many failures do you have with your taillights, even though it's a brand new model they're offering? Because for me, the importance is the warranty, because I'm not interested in buying this stuff multiple times. So they told me it's gonna be a 2-year warranty on it, and the fact that I have somebody on the phone that I can speak to, I believe these are imported just like everything, but they have a warranty behind them. That was important. I have a lot of work ahead of me on the FJ. I gotta pull the fridge out, the drawers out, everything out, even my electrical. That's gonna suck. I did not design this thing to where I could tear everything out real quick because I just leave it the way it is. So it's gonna be a lot of work, but I'm gonna get these installed today, and I'm very much looking forward to the new style, the new look, and I'll share that with you here in just a second.
I was in dire need of new headlight housings, but I actually liked the look of the OEM taillights, but I just felt like it was time to change it up. I do have a Tacoma Trailhunter on the way, and I don't want the FJ to look like a complete dinosaur next to it on camera. These taillights are taking me hours to complete, but as a note to you newer guys, this process usually isn't so complicated. I've just built and installed a whole lot of modifications over time, so I have to work around that.
You can tell right here that this definitely modernizes the rear end of the FJ. I didn't know if I was gonna like the smoked lenses, but now that I see it, and I've got all the other black here, it kind of matches the dark windows and stuff. I think that looks really cool. And it's just such a different look than what I've had in the past. So I'm very happy with this. Very easy installation. The OEM housings definitely did pretty good with scratches and stuff because of course I scratched the crap out of those things over the years. But hopefully these hold up. Hopefully I don't have any burnouts or anything like that. But just looking at this is a very cool looking taillight housing. I'm super excited about the headlights now because it's just gonna give the FJ such a cool new look. So anyway, that's what we have for today, and now I'm gonna wait for my headlights to show up.
I did do a review on some aux beam headlight bulbs last year, and the problem with cheap LED bulbs, like the cheapest you can find, is what you'll run into is everybody's just bright lighting you because it's a LED bulb inside of a halogen housing, and they're not really designed to work like that. Auxbeam went through and they designed a cutoff system that works pretty good. It makes the vehicle look a little more modern, especially if you touch it up with a Cerakote restoration kit or any other kit that you can find. And I will link all of that stuff below in the video so you can check that out. But if you do that, you can get a pretty updated output. I really recommend that you spend the money on the system, and aux beam is the only one that I've seen that makes it, but it's got a good cutoff like what this will have and what modern vehicles have. And what that does is on your left lane of traffic, there's actually a cutout in the light. So as you're driving down the road, people that are coming towards you are not getting blinded by your LEDs. I'm so excited about this. This is gonna make such a difference for off-roading. Okay, so I have had this thing torn apart so many times before, just working on stuff, installing winches. Every time I tell myself I'm going to order a new clip kit from Amazon, and I never do. And I know this time I'm really gonna be wishing I had, because all of these clips are so old that they're breaking apart. I'm gonna find one of those on Amazon. It's got good reviews, and I'll link that below too, because it should be pretty universal for Toyotas. So anyway, I wish I would have done that. Now I'm gonna have to pull it back off in a couple weeks and do this all over again. I just ran into a Phillips head that is way in there, so I just want to go over these vessel screwdrivers. Now, these were sent to me from one of my patrons, Craig, who runs Toyota Trucks of Arkansas. And on that group, they give these away from time to time, and this is a Blue Ridge Overland pouch that comes with a set of these screwdrivers. Anybody who's worked on a Toyota at some point has probably realized that Phillips heads seem to always strip out. And this is something I did not know until the past 5 months or so, that these are a special type of Phillips head, and this is the bit for it. So this is a vessel, and I believe these are called like a JIS bit or something like that. Anyway, this is a vessel screwdriver, but go join that Facebook group. It is one of the more positive groups that I've seen, and there's true Toyota enthusiasts on there. So I just want to give Craig a shout out because this is very cool, and I honestly never heard of it before, and I work on stuff for a living, but I don't work on Toyotas for a living. So anyway, I'm going to use one of these screwdrivers to pull this out. Doesn't even act like it's gonna strip out like normal. It was pretty cool. The more you know. Well, that one came out smoother. All right. So the FJ Cruiser has these kind of elongated marker lights on them. I decided not to change that out, or the turn signal. I decided not to change that out just because some of the options that are out there, I'm not totally impressed with, and the ones I do like are blacked out, and I didn't know that I really wanted to dive into a full blacked out look, so I did not do that. This is gonna be one of the easiest installs I've done. I thought this was gonna take me way longer. I think if I wasn't filming, I could probably swap these out in 20, 30 minutes, honestly. I understand that not everybody watching this is going to be an FJ Cruiser owner or even an FJ Cruiser fan, but I have to say that they are a wonderfully, beautifully hideous vehicle. I bought my FJ for $19,800 back when I bought it, which is just insane to think about. It was really interesting because when I got mine, I remember there's a lot of people that I knew, and I was living in the Midwest, and the off-road overland scene out there at the time was not what it is now. And people were like, why did you buy that thing? So Toyota was kind of ahead of their time on doing the retro off-roader stuff. And now there's the Bronco, and there's, I believe, the Scouts coming back and stuff like that. And so we got to give Toyota credit. They were just ahead of the curve. And at the time, people weren't ready for it. And now they really are. If you're using an electric gun, make sure you turn it down all the way. Don't strip your stuff. So these are fully adjustable, just like your stock headlight is. There's a little adjustment dial here. It's just like factory. So it's time to put these in, wire them up, and see how they look. I'm freaking so excited. This is gonna give the FJ a completely different look to it. My headlights have looked terrible for the last 2 years, and I've been going to all these Overland expos and stuff for the last 2 years, obviously filming more than I ever have, and I just want it to look good. So I'll have a turn signal here now as well, but those will also light up as my daytime runner. So I won't actually have a headlight, but I'll have basically a round halo marker light, because I did pay for the halo upgrade in this kit, and this is just gonna look awesome. So I'm just gonna go through, plug this in, and then I think I'm pretty much done aside from putting the front grille on, and then we'll see how this thing looks. Okay, so as you can see, this just makes the FJ look so much better in the front. All it does is really bring out all the rust and stuff on my bumper and show me how much I really need to touch some of this other stuff up so it all looks equally nice. And then my aux beam, Off-road lights are already showing their age. They're not very old, but that's what you get from a lower quality plastic typically. Anyway, so my installation, this was super easy. Filming took me longer than anything. The one thing that I ran into is they did, I believe by mistake, send me the wrong harness. I'm not mad about it. It's not a big deal. My headlights work, but my turn signal function built into the halos doesn't work. Somebody just made a mistake, no big deal. Hardworking people, I don't get mad at people about stuff like that. I'm sure they'll send me whatever I need and help me out however I need. As a matter of fact, they were just emailing me back on a Saturday to try to help me with this. I can see what one side looks like, but I'm gonna hold off on how that looks for the final segment of this video. And man, it looks so good. I mean, just right away with a brand new headlight like this, I mean, that thing is just, it's like there's no plastic there at all. That is just so clear. And since they're probably gonna have to send me a harness anyway, I am gonna go ahead and buy that ceramic coating while I'm at it. And then maybe the next time you'll see this, I'll even go through and polish up all of this with a ceramic coating as well, a plastic restorer, just to give the vehicle, it'll just look so much better after I do that. So I shut the shop lights off. Obviously it's sunny out, but you'll still be able to tell how bright these things are, and they're amazing. So let's get into this. Whew, boy, I need to turn my exposure down. I'm gonna adjust my camera the best I can to really make this to where it's not blown out. There we go. So as you can see, both of these cut off right here and right here, and that's that cutoff. And on the LED bulbs, you kind of got that, but this is more like a modern vehicle.
So after getting the lights out on a dark road, the light output is well beyond what I imagined. It's really hard to capture how much of an improvement this is on camera, but both the light output and the look of the FJ has been dramatically improved. The new halos in the headlights are somewhat subtle, but it gives it a modern style. And it's amazing how much this has improved the appearance overall, and this thing is going to look fantastic next to the new Trail Hunter.
All right guys, so that's what I have for this video. This thing absolutely looks incredible now that the lights are done. It just makes it look like a new vehicle, and that of course is what I was going for. This is a very costly upgrade. As mentioned before, there are cheaper options, and you can watch my other video on just an LED upgrade if that's all you can swing, but I wanted to give this thing just a whole new look, and I've been wanting to do this for quite some time, and I finally made it happen. Part of the reason this looks so good is because I did shine up the bumper and my plastics, and I will go over that in another video because those are a bunch of like small improvements. And the rest of the things that I want to cover in this series are all going to be in one video. There'll be things that if you want to improve your old four-wheel drive, you can do, and they're just kind of quick and easy things that you can get on top of. So far, I've done headlights, I have done the sway bar disconnect system, and I have done the power brake upgrade. So subscribe to the channel if you do want to see more of the FJ in action and some of my other upgrade videos. That wraps up this upgrade, and we will get into more in the upcoming videos. Go ahead and check out the power brake video and the sway bar disconnect video that I recently did, and there will be more of this stuff coming. So like and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time.
Thank you so much for watching, and click one of the videos in the corner to check out more of our adventure, off-road, and overland related content.